we'll continue with our presentations. And as Prudence said, Sir Joseph Nathaniel France was the grandfather of Labour, and we'll hear now from the daughter of the father of Labour, the daughter of the Right Excellent Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. We'll invite the first child of Mr. Bradshaw, Mrs. Etsu Bradshaw Keynes, to bring remarks.
Madam Chair Lady, before I start with the serious matter that I'm here to handle, allow me to speak first as cousin and ask my cousin Dougie, where you get all these young people from? I was wondering how you came up with the slogan, full confidence. But you know what? When we were teachers, you and all the rest of us who taught all these young people, we knew the seeds that we were planting. And we taught, and they learned with full confidence. Please allow me, Madam Chair Lady, to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Welcome all, and thank you for having extended your invitation, thereby affording me the opportunity to be part of this very, very special occasion. For those of you, speaking of the younger ones, who do not know me, I am Etsu, the first of two daughters of our first national hero, Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. Etsu is Japanese for delight. So, from day one, he set the task for me, and that is to live as his delight. You know now where I got the looks from, even though my mom had something to do with it. I know that all of you will be more familiar with my late sister, Isis Carla, and even more familiar with her two surviving beautiful daughters, Araminta and Carla. I bring you greetings from the other part of the family, which includes my husband, children Jermaine, Aisha, and Jandai, and also two granddaughters, Jamik and Audrina Isis, who will be celebrating her first birthday on Thursday, 23rd May, the date of her great-grandfather's entrance into heaven 35 years ago. We miss you, Dad. I say to you, these are serious times. Serious times in the world we are living in, and serious times in this country we are living in. Serious, I mean serious times. I ask you, do you really know the history of this party, the Labour Party? Do you know, and you've heard so far, a lot from my friend Prudence, but I still ask you, do you know how men like Bradshaw sacrificed their lives and the lives of their families? Because yes, believe it or not, it was a sacrifice for us. Sacrificed our lives for this party and this country. I don't hold you responsible if you don't know, because I concur with many that the true stories have yet to be written in history books. But realizing the need for one to take a stand and to share these stories, I accept the challenge, along with Prudence and Poesy today. And it is with pride that I repeat some of the numerous stories told to me by his mother and my mom, Mary Jane Francis, who raised me from the age of 1 month. Robert, as she would say, did not go to college. He was just a mere 7th standard scholar, but a scholar who put his wisdom to good use, and that was to fight for his people. How many of you know that this young man at that time, would search the trash cans at the machine shop, at the sugar factory, to find the bookkeeper's records, which confirmed that the workers were not being paid a fair salary? How many of you know that he eventually took a stand and organized a successful and peaceful strike for 13 long weeks? And don't we all remember one of his favorite words, bonus, a familiar word that brought music to the workers' ears? Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw was a religious and God-fearing man. He never started a meeting without singing. And I won't sing it like him, but I'll attempt to say it like him. Oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. And the rest is history. He attended service. He told me many stories from the Bible. He used many quotes from the Bible. He believed in God. And today I can say it with pride and confidence. He was honest. He was kind. Some think that he was feared, but I say he was respected. He was a wonderful father, a great husband, a loving grandfather, and a respectful and caring son. His life was no bed of roses. Though trusted with the finances of the Federation, he humbly took his place alongside his wife in her business and never murmured about his position as minister without portfolio. He waited his turn. He planned, carefully thought through, and implemented his dreams. He was never happy with second best for his party and his country. Although he took us into statehood, he still pressed on to prepare for nationhood. He was a man of party, a man who put country above self. He made sure that everyone had equal opportunity to an education. Did you know that an attempt was made to overthrow his government and take his life? Did you not hear? Did you not experience it like myself? Or don't you remember that there was a 10th of June, 1967. Oh, how we sometimes forget. The truth is known, even though some don't want it to be told. But I remember laying flat on my face in that passageway with my grandmother. I remember when he grew tired and weak from overwork and stress, working long hours and dealing with the challenges of opposition without grounds, opposition through greed, opposition for no reason. I remember when he was called names, called a dictator. Does that sound familiar? I remember when ingratitude took over. So now you know. I say to you, Denzil Llewellyn Douglas, you have been elected to lead. I am confident that you know all or most of these things, the very few things that I have shared today. Things about my father and your godfather. You share his name, Llewellyn. You play his game, politics. I say to you, do not stop. Continue to follow in his footsteps. Be strong. Lead with dignity. Lead with honesty. Lead with sincerity. Trust in God. And I repeat the words today that my dad said to his right hand on his dying bed. And I was there to hear it myself. when he gave many words of advice to each of his ministers. But the first one he gave, and the one that I still remember today, and I'm going to repeat for you, he said, Paul, hold straight. I am here to repeat those words. Denzil Llewellyn, hold strain. To you, the members of the Labour Party, let no one divide and conquer. Hold strain. And don't forget the good old song that Bradshaw used to sing. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Just like a tree that is planted by the waters. Denzil, I'm sorry. You know, I have to say Denzil Llewellyn, Mr. Prime Minister, but you'll accept that. You and your Labour Party, the one that was built from the sweat, the tears, and the blood of Joseph France, Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw, Caleb Azariah Paul Southwell, Lee Llewellyn Moore, I say to you, you and your party shall not be moved.